They say the Strait is just a line on the map. A narrow passage between two shores. But the Strait has a memory, and every empire that tried to own it ended up owned by. Let me take you back to the narrows where the water runs deep, where the tankers crawl slow and the currents keep secrets of every navy that thought it could claim the throat of the Gulf, the oil, the flame. From the Portuguese forts to the British guns, every empire came to count the tons of black gold flowing through the bottleneck, and everyone left with the debt unpaid, a check that bounced on the rocks where the Strait bends tight, where the east meets west in the narrow light. Hormuz is a name that means the place of the god, but the gods of empire are the ones that rot when they try to choke what they cannot hold. A passage that's older than the stories told of Alexander's fleet that scraped the shoals of the British Armada that lost its hold. The Strait don't care for your carrier groups, it cares for the tide, for the sand that scoops the hulls of the arrogant, the kills of the proud. It's a graveyard of flags that thought they were loud, so listen close. When you chart your course, the ghost of the Strait is the real force. The ghost of the Strait, the ghost of the Strait. Every tanker that passes is a marker of fate. You can send your fleet, you can rattle your sword, but the Strait decides who gets what law. The ghost of the Strait, the ghost of the Strait. The oil will flow, but not through your gate. You thought you owned the passes, thought you had the key. Now the Strait is the chain that sets you free. We were guarding the flow, the lifeblood of a world that needs to fuel the goods, the crew. We sit on the deck, watch the tankers crawl. Every blip on the radar, every radio call. We're the sentinels, they say, the keepers of peace. But the Strait feels like a trap, a tightening leash. The water is narrow, the shores are too close. One wrong move, and we're feeding the ghosts. I watch the Iranian boats, the small and the fast. They know these waters, they were born in this blast of history, of conflict, of empires that came and left in the dark with the cargo of shame. We got the big guns, the steel, the tech, but they got the tide, the wind, the track that comes through when the hubris peaks in the street. It's amongst whose future leaks. I asked my captain what we really doing here. He said, son, we're protecting the commerce, the sphere of influence, the order, the American way. But the Strait just watches, and the Strait don't say what it's seen before, what it knows will come when the fleet gets trapped and the water runs numb with the oil of the empire, the blood of the pride. I feel the ghost of the Strait standing at my side. The narrows tighten the current pulls. The empire's promises a pocket full of wool. You can't pull over wall on a Strait that's seen. Every empire's dream turned into a scream. The Strait is our alley, our street, our yard. We know every current, every shoal, every guard that shifts with the tide, that hides in the mist. We are the sons of the water, the daughters of the fist that closes when strangers think they can own the posses. It's been our blood and bone. My father was a fisherman, his father before. They knew when the British came to the shore with maps and treaties and promises thin. They left with less than they came to win. Now it's the Fifth Fleet, the carriers, the drones. Same game, same street, same old bones. We don't need your navy to keep the flow. We've been moving oil where the traders go. Through the channels you don't see, the routes you don't know. The Strait is our ledger, the Strait is our show. You can close it, we'll open another door. But if you try to choke us, you'll choke more than the oil, the trade, the global price. You'll choke on the ghost, on your own device. You come with the carriers, you stretch your fleets. The Strait is a witness, the Strait is our streets. We'll let you pass, we'll let you wait, but we own the hour, we own the gate. And when the empire stretches its hand too far, the Strait is the blade that leaves the scar. On the map you drew, on the flag you flew. The ghost of the Strait is the one that knew. The ghost of the Strait, the ghost of the Strait. Every tanker that passes is a marker of fate. You can send your fleet, you can rattle your sword, but the Strait decides who gets what law. The ghost of the Strait, the ghost of the Strait. The air will flow, but not for your gain. You thought you owned the passes, thought you had the key. Now the Strait is the chain that sets you free. They said the Strait was a choke point, a narrow passage to be contoured. But the Strait doesn't choke, it waits, it watches. And when the empire overreaches, the Strait closes like a fist.